Do you wonder how to handle all your fear? I'm going to talk about the one thing that you don't want to do when you're trying to crush your fear. We'll talk all about it. Stay tuned. That's what's up next. Hi, my name is Natasha Daniels. I'm a therapist and I make videos for people with anxiety or OCD. Today I want to talk to you about something that kind of is the underlying issue for the majority of anxiety and OCD, and that is fear. How do we handle fear? I want to talk to you about how to handle fear and how to not handle fear, because that will make a very big difference in how successful you are. But before I get started, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell so you get notified. I make new videos every Thursday. Let's talk about fear. Okay. So a lot of times we think the main goal, the goal to conquer our fear, is to not feel fear, to be fearless, right? I'll know I'm better when I don't feel this nervousness in my body. I'll know I'm better when I can face the things that used to scare me and I'm not scared anymore. That's not the goal. What? It's not. And I had to learn this the hard way myself, because I would get fearful and then I would say to myself, oh my gosh, Natasha, I thought you made progress. Why are you feeling anxious about this? Or why are these people making you nervous? I have social anxiety. And it would feel really deflating. I'd feel like, man, I thought I was progressing. And then I would go and do the thing that was making me fearful. Guess what? That was the progress. The progress was that I was still able to work through my fear. So we can't deny fear. When we try to deny fear, when we try to not feel it, guess what happens? It gets pushed down. And when it gets pushed down, there's a couple things that happen. First of all, your body will start to feel it more. So your stomach can hurt, or your head can hurt, your heart can race, you can start to feel clammy. All those physical signs that come with fear tend to go up higher. The other thing is long term, if you continue to ignore the fear, I'm not afraid, I'm fine. It can create ongoing health problems. We don't want that, right? But when we acknowledge fear, even if it's health anxiety fear, right? If we acknowledge fear and we say, yep, I can feel it in my body, I'm feeling anxious. And then we start to say to ourselves, what's this about? What am I anxious about? Sometimes our body is the first clue that we're anxious. Sometimes it's a thought that's the first clue, but you want to hone in on that. And you don't want to squish it down. I can do this. Let me just take a couple deep breaths. I can do this. You want to acknowledge and pause and recognize your fear. That's what I do. And I say, whew, okay, interesting. What's going on here? Because sometimes I won't know. Maybe you know. My mind and body don't always talk. What's going on here? And then I say, oh, I'm anxious because I'm worried about blah, 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 blah. Or this is my trigger. This is something I normally don't do. And then if I have anxiety, I might say, what's a green thought? If you ever watched my red thought, green thought video, and I'll link it up here, right? And you can look it down below. I'll link it below too. That's a good approach for anxiety. You know, I'm having this nervousness, like, what if I can't do it? What if I make a fool out of myself? Or what if I get sick? Or what if blah, 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 right? Or what if something happens to me? Anxiety thoughts, not OCD thoughts. Then I have a green thought that says, you know what, you can handle it. Or you've done this before. Or even if that happens, you can handle the discomfort. We don't do that with OCD, right? With OCD, we just sit with our discomfort. Yes, thank you, OCD, for showing up. Yes, I know that you're telling me that's contaminated. And yes, my body is full of fear right now. And yes, I'm going to do something that's going to upset you. And I'm going to take a step towards that discomfort. I'm going to do something that's not going to make you happy, OCD. Or for anxiety, I'm going to do that anyway. Maybe a small step. Maybe I feel like, oh, I can't do it all. But maybe I'm going to take one step towards it. If I'm afraid of talking in public, maybe I'm going to go sit in a crowd. Maybe I'm not going to talk, but I'm going to sit in a crowd. It will be different for each one of you, as it always is. But the goal is to learn how to manage that fear, not squash it, not get rid of it. The side note is often in time, the fear doesn't show up as intensely. And sometimes, yes, that fear does go away, but that's not the goal. The goal is, can I swim in these rough waters? When my ocean of calm is not calm and I am getting, a lot of waves, can I navigate? Can I swim through these waves and get to the other side? And the answer for all of you is yes, you can. Yes, you can. But first, you have to open the door and acknowledge fear because it's knocking. And if you don't answer the door and say, fear, I know you're there. I hear you. I feel you. And I get you. But I'm going to go do this anyway. And guess what? We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. So take that baby step towards fear. But you have to honor fear too and say, I know you're there. I get it. Because when you don't, fear thinks that you don't hear it, and it will knock on the door louder and louder and louder until it crumbles you. And then you say, oh my gosh, my fear is out of control. So I hope this helps. I hope that you start to recognize, tune into your fear, and don't beat yourself up when you feel it, like I do sometimes, and say, you know what, this is an opportunity for me to flex my muscles and grow my anxiety or OCD muscles and do something anyway that makes my fear uncomfortable, and that's going to make me stronger. Stronger up here, stronger in here. All right, well, I hope that you find the sparkle in everything you do. I hope you don't become fearless, but you become brave, because you can be fearful and brave at the same time. All right, take care.